Investigations into the alleged nefarious activities linked to the offshore gaming industry is deepening. Senators are now saying POGOs are possibly being used as channels for the entry of dirty money into the country. Los Baños has this report.
32 billion pesos. That's the amount of money which suspiciously entered the country since September last year, according to Senator Richard Gordon, chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee. He said the money can be used for illegal practices such as espionage and bribery. The Customs Bureau said it has arrested those who brought in huge sums of money into the country, but admitted to being powerless in stopping the practice.
We do not have any authority to arrest them or seize the currency that they are bringing in, sir. They are not the subject of further investigation, sir, for us to be able to look for other violations that they may have committed.
Officers of the Anti-Money Laundering Council were likewise grilled. They said they follow the BOC's system, which takes about a month in handing out reports.
This data, at least of 336 million, at least that's what your record shows. Did you advise the other concerned authorities on this? For example, did you give this list to the Philippine National Police?
In August, we shared this information to the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Chair. And a week after that, we likewise shared this information to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
AMLAC added they cannot immediately declare that the money is laundered since it was all declared from legal sources like businesses.
Good faith is always presumed. So whenever they declare this, and the declaration says the sources of funds is business, forex.
But Gordon refused to accept the council's explanation.
It doesn't matter. You're trying to prevent a very, very bad problem to come in, and under the principle of the police power to protect the welfare of the state, you can argue so many things just to forfeit, just to interdict. Pigilin mo.
For the next hearing, the committee will subpoena a so-called Rodriguez group, said to be a dummy of some Chinese nationals to carry large amounts of cash. Residents of a Parañaque subdivision also attended the hearing. Gordon said some POGOs reside in their village. They said that they're facing power outages as the maximum load limit in the subdivision has been reached due to the influx of Chinese nationals.
Kasi in a house na dapat single family lang ang nakatira, you would have sometimes at minimum 40 Chinese nationals. And then yung iba nga, 200, 100 plus in one single house.
They also complained of other things, from traffic, pollution, to reports that a firing range is being constructed inside their subdivision. Both PAGCOR and the AMLAC admitted to having difficulties monitoring POGOs. According to the game regulator, they've only licensed 61 POGO operators and 240 service providers, but 100 more are unlicensed and some are operating inside subdivisions. AMLAC, based on their inspection, said some POGO sites have wrong address details.
We are really trying to cure the negative effects. But eventually, if we're really not able to cure those negative effects, and it still outweighs the positive effects.
In AMLAC's assessment, 54 billion pesos worth of transactions flowed within the banking system due to POGOs, but net inflow only amounts to 7 billion pesos. They also found out that 14 billion out of the 54 billion peso transactions was involved in suspicious activities like drug trafficking. Based on PNP's data, since 2017, there have been 73 casino-related kidnapping incidents whose victims are Chinese nationals. There were 7 homicide cases in 2019 related to POGOs. Reporting for News 5, Los Baños, we are One News.
Regarding the alarm sounded on a reported influx of Chinese money into the Philippines, lawmakers are weighing in with concern and questions on what impact this could have on the Philippines' reputation in banking. Albay Representative Joy Salceda says the reported money laundering scheme, if proven true, could land the Philippines in the Financial Action Task Force Dirty Money Watch List.
Yung mga ranking, ratings natin pagdating sa governance, definitely we will slide. So, mahihirapan ang mga OFW natin pag-transmit ng kanilang pera, pag tayo ay dinirang ulit ng patent.
Authorities say they are still following the money trail.
Baka sa telecoms napunta po yung pumasok na pera. Pambayad po, then POGOs now have privileged. Yeah, privileged. Because they pay premium rates to our telecoms in terms of data.